all the chumps and co-hosts.
Chumps.
We all know each other. We Jeff has
Look,
made
I'm
this
wearing look, I'm wearing a
chump
Chump
necklace.
necklace.
Yeah. Jeff has created this village of people that are on the radio as co-hosts and also people that listen to the radio. We get together, we have fun. We were cooking kibitz the other night
On
with,
Thursday.
yeah, with Doug. And
Because
Doug,
every Thursday he does cooking kibitz at
yeah,
5 p.m. on Facebook Live,
there was a bunch,
Instagram Live.
everybody was there. Jade was there, Carney was there, Lauren Lake was there. Like we had everybody. It was just a real like 20 some odd people. And we all just got together and we had fun.
I think the history about what Jade and Justin in the comic world was something that we were unfamiliar with.
Correct.
But being at a Chump event, being at a Jeff Lewis live event,
You put it aside.
and being
Um,
asked to be there, you're not at a comedy show.
yeah.
You're doing your comedy, but you're not at your own comedy show. This is a Jeff Lewis event. It's about the Chumps. It's about the camaraderie, and it's a privilege and an honor to be invited
Yeah.
to be a part of that. And for us, you have to be respectful with everybody there. You have to be respectful with all the Chumps there,
Yeah.
whether they're general admission, VIPs, VVIPs, or they're your co-hosts on any given day on the
Yeah.
radio. We've never worked with Justin, although I've done multiple coffee reads for him.
And he was on our podcast.
He was on our podcast.
Yeah.
So I've never worked with Justin because we're always together.
Right.
But there was a lot of times that a lot of the other chumps that he would co-host with would have, oh, well, if I have an opportunity, maybe I don't want to work with Justin. And we don't know what that's like because we've never intimately worked.
I mean, we get along with everybody. I mean, we really do. We get
You
along with
guys,
everybody.
you
And
guys
I
are
feel
easy to work with.
the way I will put a pin in this whole Justin and Jade thing is I think the whole thing is really sad because Jeff Lewis has made this great family, this dysfunctional family of chumps and co-hosts that all love each other, all get along. And I think it's really sad when two can't.
It's
That's
very
how.
sad when two can't. My listeners are called ropers, but I need a name for you guys and my returning people. Last time I asked this, I had a lot of DMs, but we haven't settled on a name. So you're also excited.
What are some of the choices or some of the options?
Do you think I remember? I can't even remember what I did. But my
Well,
listeners are ropers. We love the ropers, but I don't know what my regular people are. But if there are any ideas, slip into the DMs. But can I just say two things? Then we'll put a pin in this.
yeah, sure.
So is Justin, I'm just asking, you are not asking, I'm asking this. It's a yes or no question. Is Justin on like a time out now from Jeff?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
just asking.
Really, we don't know. We're not the boss.
Well, you need to listen to Jeff Lewis
Yeah.
live. And if he's on, that means he's not. If he's
That
not,
is true.
that means he is.
Yeah. I think
That is
busy.
very true.
Yeah.
And then I just have one more thing to say.
Yes.
Poll is going to be, but then these are natural questions that I would ask anyone. And then doesn't this make a certain someone else a little bit happy? Someone that may have a farm. Doesn't Old McDonald's has a farm? E-I-E-I-O.
I'm going to tell you something.
I don't know about that.
Whatever,
Doesn't this make her happy?
listen, whoever it makes happy or not happy is irrelevant to any of us because if they find happiness in the sad of someone else
Right.
and the progression of their life that's a sad scenario.
Yeah.
And the farm, lady or man wants to milk a cow in a different way, that's their prerogative. But you cannot find happiness when there's something sad that has happened
Right.
with two humans that either misunderstood each other or have not understood each other for multiple years because they've known each other for over 10.
Yeah.
We have worked in the same mediums in multiple different places. Like they both work at the comedy club or the comedy store,
Yeah,
the
but
Laugh Factory.
my whole thing is that I will say is I just think the difference in this whole scenario is that it was a Jeff Lewis live Chump event.
I get
And it was
it.
getting up and having fun with them, and everyone did.
Because all we
And
do,
that was it. It wasn't a comedy store stand-up show.
no, and our mission is to celebrate all of us. And
Yeah.
we all bring something different to the table, and it should be celebrated. So if somebody finds happiness in this, that's sad for them, because that just tells you what kind of a character they must possess.
Yeah, but it also too, if somebody's finding happiness in this, it's like, when are you going to move on? This business is big enough for everyone. There's enough room. There's enough piece of the pie for all the podcasters, all the fashion designers,
And
all the actors, all the talent.
It's very sick. Very, very sick.
Let me tell you what you just really, really said.
Tell me.
Jeff Lewis embraces the talent and people and elevates them.
Yes.
The farm lady takes pleasure in taking them down, then that's sad.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. Because why shouldn't they be excited for people to be elevated, to be showcased, and to be celebrated versus, oh, they have an issue. Yay.
I think it's just people eventually show their true colors. And I'll leave it at that.
Well, I hear ya, farm lady and all. What was I going to say? So in other words, if I was a chump and I was at a chump event,
Yeah.
I would say, Kelly Dodd, my girl, how are you? I love you. It's great to see you. And then outside the chump event, I could say, I think Kelly's like a really bitter woman that's like lost her mind. That's okay to say outside the chump event. If I became a chump and I was at the chump event, I would say, good day, Kelly. How are you? It's lovely to see you. You're looking very good today. Rick, it's a pleasure. I'm just trying to learn.
No, there's a difference.
Tell me.
If you're a listener,
Yeah.
you're a chump, you're allowed to do whatever you want.
Right.
But I'm saying if I became a chump.
But if you're
A chump,
part of the Jeff Lewis,
the Chump family,
Chump
which is
family,
the co-hosts, the people that work
then
together.
there is a code of conduct.
Yeah.
There is different requirements, and it's called respecting each other. It's called respecting your boss. It's called identifying with realizing what everyone's talent lays in,
Yes.
and elevating and celebrating it. See, you're not in it for yourself. You're
Right.
not on your own. You're in collaboration.
Yes.
And that means all of us are equal.
I'll put it in an analogy of Friends. The Jeff Lewis live co-host Chump family, we're all an ensemble cast of characters, and Jeff is the leader, and we are all ensemble. And when you are in an ensemble, you have to work together. Plain and simple. If you don't work together, hence Vanderpump Rules, the last cast.
Hence your friend Teresa and Melissa.
Yeah, you can't. You don't have anything if you can't. Then it's put that aside and be an ensemble.
So it's the same thing. It's like if Ariana Madix doesn't want to do with Sandoval, and Sandoval's fucking Raquel, and Raquel's not lying to everybody under the moon and telling Sheena off.
Right.
And then you find out, then you're like, it's broken up. So
you can't do individual storylines. You can't.
It doesn't work.
We're not all in it for ourselves. Like, oh, you know what I mean? We all work together. We're a team. We all love each other. We hang out. When Zach has shows, we'll text. When Lauren Lake is, all of us, we all get together. When Carney was on TV on The Masked Singer, we're sending her, oh, look who's on TV. It's exciting for us all to lift each other up and work together as that ensemble group that Jeff has really created. And we all love each other and get along.
And here's the other thing.
I have a behind the scenes story afterwards about Carney. Go on.
I mean, for him to send a text message to Jade, because he took offense to what she did, which is something that everybody was doing. Because
what did she do? Just you stood up and said, "Hey, it's me, Patrik and Paul." Woo, yeah.
No, how did we get?
It was